For each of you who don't know, this Jeep CRD, it's a 2005. It's got the 2.8 liter turbo diesel engine in it, and there are just a handful of people, pretty much, who work on these things anymore. This is what we're replacing. Hey, welcome back to Two Stall Garage. I'm Justin. If you're new here, we just work on things DIY style. My wife and I, sometimes some friends. We try to make things work with the budget we have, which isn't a lot. It's a tough world out there, but we're making it by. We invite you to come along, subscribe if you want to. Thanks for being here again. These little chicks are ready to go out to the coop today. They are gonna head out there. I think they're gonna have fun with that. We're working on a viscous heater delete, and this is gonna be your deletion pulley. If you know of anybody who's got a Jeep CRD, or you have a Jeep CRD, then you know that these came with a viscous heater in it, and that means that when the temperature was below, I believe, 50 degrees Fahrenheit, this clutch kicks in. The viscous heater has some sort of granular resin or something inside of this which heats up as it spins, heats up the cabin a little bit quicker. That's what it was meant to do. You can't get these anymore, you got to get them rebuilt. If you can find somebody that'll rebuild them. For each of you who don't know, this Jeep CRD, it's a 2005. It's got the 2.8 liter turbo diesel engine in it, and there are just a handful of people, pretty much, who work on these things anymore. If you own one, you better be prepared to be your own mechanic, because you're not going to find people who are willing to work on this, and you don't want someone who's hesitant to take it on. Through a little bit of a process of elimination, I verified that either pulleys were good. We just replaced those. Right down here, the tensioner for the serpentine belt, just replaced that about 10,000 miles ago. That's still good. Belt pulley's still good. Water pump's internal right in here, actually. You can only get this viscous heater delete kit from one place that I know of in the whole wide nation, I guess. Haven't checked worldwide. WW Diesel, maybe WWB Diesel, Custom Fabrications. When you order this, you're going to get your waiver. Then you're going to get step-by-step instructions. If you've worked on your Jeep before, you're going to be able to make your way through this, take off the airbox, take off turbo hose, intercooler hose, that type of stuff. Then eventually you'll end up with just that pulley, wherever I put it. There it is. Can't really find new alternators for this anymore. You can't find new starters for this anymore. You're either going used OEM or you're going remanufactured, and you don't have good luck with the alternators or the starters. I went through 3 starters before I got a starter that was used off eBay that was OEM. I know I'm pointing to the alternator, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the starter down below. Alternators, I've been through 4 of them. This is actually number 5. I pulled this out of a junk CRD. This is the Denso 56044 672AB. You cannot get it anymore. I'm presently looking on eBay to see if I can find one in used condition that I can take apart and just rebuild myself. Coming up to the bench right here, got the timing belt tool. You can get that at O'Reilly's for about $30, $35. It helps you with this job. I've got a used tensioner just in case. Take that with me on trips. I've got used idler pulleys. These are from idparts.com. These ones are just about wore out. I'm going to drill out these 5 spots here, and I'm going to see if I can make them lifetime pulleys by being able just to replace the bearings in them myself. They're press fit right now, but they're actually enclosed in there. Then I got the alternator right here. This is actually alternator number 4. I've gone through 1 from Napa, 3 from O'Reilly. This is the 3rd reman that I've picked up after doing that lifetime warranty over and over again. This will come with on a road trip just in case. I don't think we're going to have any problems with that OEM alternator. Then of course you got your serpentine belt. This one's brand new. It's going to go on. And then I'm going to take this one right here, zip tie it up, and we'll bring that along. We'll also bring on the serpentine belt tool as well. Got to be prepared, especially when you're taking your family. We've got kids. We don't want to end up in a bad spot, and something else might break. Very possible, but you can be prepared for some of these little common failures that happen, and we'll make sure we're up to maintenance on them, but things still do go wrong. Whoa, a couple connections. There we go. This engine was just rebuilt. It was a top end rebuild. New head, new valve, new seals, new timing system components, new head gasket. Always use the tool hole head gasket with this. Don't ever use anything other than that tool hole head gasket, no matter what the manufacturer or the manual tells you to. I'm super excited to get this viscous heater off here today. Okay, got an update bringing it right in here. This is the viscous heater connection. I think it's number 36 over here in the power barn. See here. Yep, right there, viscous heat 36. So I have that removed already. Save that in case you ever need it. Directions that are provided for this are very good. With that said, I've worked on this so often, I've had it torn all the way down. It says to remove the turbo hose from the intercooler right here, but I'm just going to leave that. This has got 2 bolts, one right here, one right there, and I think that's it. I think that's all that holds it in. So I should be able to get it out. I'm going to be taking this hose off of the thermostat right here. That's kind of hard to get to, but we should be able to do it. And then I'm going to put this expansion, or take this expansion clamp, move it back. I'm going to cut 1 inch off of this hose to be exact. I'm going to swing it right around over here, right into the thermostat. Looking at this right here, this is going to be your hose. There's 2 of them. One right here, you see them. There you go. One right here, one right here. This is going to be coming from the heater core into the viscous pump. This one right here is going to come out into the thermostat, so you're just essentially eliminating that. Kids are out riding the car. Here's your update right down here. You can see dripping a little bit of antifreeze out of the thermostat right there. Here's the viscous heater part, which the hose is sitting right over there. I didn't have to take this hose off. If you're experienced with it, you know what you're working with. Not a big deal. The instructions are really good though. I would recommend following them always. And as you can see, it's nice and loose. Just got this last bolt here. Don't want it to fall off. I'm going to try to give you a decent view. Come on out of there. Yeah, there it is. Listen to this. It's bad. Worse when it kicks in. Okay, here comes the fun part. Got the pulley. We're gonna put it on. Hey, what you doing? Feeding the birds? Don't drop that, okay? Okay. It'll break. Sound good? All right. The delete is in. And it looks lined up to me. What do you guys think? Looks lined up to you? I would say yes. While I've got the air box off, I'll just go ahead and put the serpentine belt on just because we'll be able to see it a little better. Air box back on, the cool green air filter. We'll see if we got a clickety clackety, or we'll see if we're all cleaned up. Looking good. This done? Yeah, you can clean that. Good job, little buddy. All right, I'll get everything buttoned up. We'll get right to it. All right, you can kind of see it right down in here. Everything's connected. Looks like we're on right. So we're gonna crank it over and see how it sounds. Just one last final check. I've gotten so used to doing this that I just kind of throw it on there and don't look at any of the graph. I'm just gonna do a crank first, just to see if it will turn over okay. Okay, we're good. We got some good and we got some unfortunate, okay? There's your delete. That looks good. But I can still hear it. And I just feel what's it coming from. Okay, so the tensioner feels good. Good job, buddy, starting that up. I'm gonna turn this off real quick. You know what I think it is? I'm going back and forth. I know this is turning into like a parts cannon situation, but I wonder if it's this alternator. It's running nice. Dash looks good. Sure, climb in. Go ahead, buddy. The alternator was pulled out of a junk CRD. We know that when we had the serpentine belt off at the very beginning of the video, it did not make the noise. Or maybe that was last video. I can't really remember. But we definitely got something that's going out. Idler pulleys are new. Serpentine tensioner's new. The old Viscous that had a loud bearing that and it was clunking, that is deleted. And the idler pulley is brand new. So what next? Replace the old alternator, I suppose. But I don't want to throw the O'Reilly one on there again. 10,000 miles, it'll be toast. Almost can guarantee it. Anyways, I am glad to have that off. That's one less single point of failure. And now we just need to let it run up to temp and make sure we don't have any leaks. Everything's good. I sprayed it off with brake clean. Spilled just a little bit of antifreeze, and you're going to have the need to just top it off. Probably maybe a half a quart lost. Maybe a quart, possibly. No more than that. That's about it. I hope you guys are having a good day. Got chickens all over the place. Clayton's in the Jeep. They come in and they go everywhere, and that's okay. The garage is really getting cleaned up, but I just don't want them to poop on everything. I'm gonna put my tools away for the day. We're gonna take it down the road. Keep listening for that noise. I need an automotive stethoscope, I think, so I can tell what's making the noise. We'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.